Hi, this is Anika Rede, and this is my Project Zero gold points. So what I attempted to do in my gold points extreme files, I tried to create two collision methods, one for inelastic collisions and the second for elastic collisions. Unfortunately, my inelastic collisions file did not work as well as I hoped it would, so I will go through the process of showing that right now. Let me just open up everything. Uh, so all my planets go to the corner. All my planets go to the corner. They rush off the screen, and I'm not sure exactly why. I think maybe the extension of how much each planet is affected by another would be the case, but it is. I made the difference between the x positions and the y positions to be less than one, just one. So I'm not exactly sure what happened there, but in any case, it did not work. So no fretting. But it seems that my elastic collisions cases did work. I used two ways to check this. I checked it with the regular planets text file, as well as the planet's elliptical text file. The issue with using the planet's text file was that the difference between x positions and y positions, I had to estimate a little bit more than I wanted to. So you will be able to see exactly what came of that. So as you can see here, these planets are barely moving, but they're stuck between each other. So Mercury, Earth, and for some reason, they're all attracted to the sun very greatly. So every time each one of them reaches the sun, they're cast off the screen. So the only one unaffected is Mars, and as you can see, it just goes on great. So, I mean, at the very least, this shows that my program is doing some sort of effect, but not the effect that I liked. So as you can see, there was a little bit of a there, and then Earth fell around here. I'll let this play out just to see the data and compare it to the original. Okay, so that's done. And we'll compare it to the original data over here. As you can see, the data differs greatly by a factor of 3 for each of the planets affected by the elastic collisions. However, Mars was the only one unaffected, I believe, or unaffected to a great deal, since it stayed mostly in place. But in any case, that was also affected by the gravitation and the pull of the other ones, of the other planets. In any case, I will now go to planets elliptical. I thought that this would make a difference because the planets get much closer in the elliptical text file, obviously, because they grow closer to the sun. And I was hoping that this would show an obvious change in the animation. And to my luck, it did. Before going into the effect of the elastic collisions in the file, in the planet's elliptical file, I will first demonstrate what the original looks like, just to have something to compare to data-wise, and visually, of course. I'll let this run through fully, and then I'll get to my elastic collision. As you can see, the planets often just aligned with each other, and that's what I was looking for to demonstrate my elastic collisions for this last test case. Should end soon. There we go. And now so as you can see, the planets immediately just flew apart, Mars and Venus. They collided with one another right near the sun and flew off the screen. So as you can see, there was both empirical evidence, and then there was visual, qualitative, and quantitative evidence. So as you can see here, the reason why Mercury and Venus flew off was because their positions gained, or like two um, two powers. Sorry, 2 or 3 powers, and the others were obviously affected as well, but not to a great extent. Um, so yeah, so that shows that my program, while it did not work as smoothly as I hoped it would, it definitely did work, especially with that great elastic collision in that last animation. Um, and yeah, that's basically what I have for my project. I think as I was looking in the last few hours, I realized that collisions weren't necessarily supposed to be all physics, and yet I approached the collision methods exactly that way. So I believe I went a little more maths wise than on this than computer science wise, but yeah, this worked. Okay, thank you.